Thanks for coming down and hanging out in the basement with me today. Great to see ya. Well, what we've got is a little repair project on this Chicago and Alton Wilson car. I'm replacing it has one roller on one axle. The other one doesn't have a roller on it. And why am I replacing it? I mean, this thing's like new. It's really got no miles on it at all. Well, it's actually got a defective roller, a factory defect on the roller. We're going to move the camera and take a look and see how easy it is to fix. The tools that I have today are the soldering station, which I've used before. These are actually glue spreaders. I got the idea from Sam's Trainz. If you haven't checked out his channel, he's over in Europe, and he does, double O gauge and HO gauge trains and stuff, and he likes using these for body removal, and this works really good for the roof on these MPC era cars. So I thought I'd give it a shot, and they work really good. Oh, and a little bit of housekeeping here. We've got the switcher that I recently worked on Trainz.com, Trainz with a Z. I was able to pick up a replacement antenna wheel, a radio antenna, I think they call it, or something. And while this is not the original style bell, I could have got it. This is kind of one off a steam engine. It's metal and a little bit of glue, and I think it looks much better. Kind of gives a little bit of class. Back to our patient. So, the issue with this roller, actually I'll show you this guy. Hopefully we're not too close to the camera here, but this new one, which I got from Trainz with a Z, I got all these parts from them. This one works perfect. The pin is not rotating and the roller moves freely. This is another MPC era part, and this is the spring. This gets locked in here, and this keeps tension. These two little plastic arms keep tension on the roller on the track. The reason why I'm replacing this one is either the pin is bent or the hole inside this roller is undersized or something, but basically the pin is rotating with the roller, and you can maybe see where I grabbed onto it with the pliers, and I could get it to rotate, but on the pin I could get it to rotate, but it was really hard. And what led me to work on this car was, it was like a disco going down the road. It's like beep, 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 just super flashy and very annoying. I don't mind a little bit of flash. I kind of like it. Kind of reminds me of running the old American Flyer trains, but that's kind of why I'm doing it. It looks pretty simple. I haven't done one before, but we're going to take a look at it. So the MPC era cars, how the roof is held on is this white piece, the fogged piece there that the light shines through, that imitates, the windows basically. If you take a look at the edge of these here, this one is a lock and this one is a lock, and that holds the roof one on each side. So what you want to do is you want to get your glue spreader in here and put it in a corner of the roof to get a little bit of pressure. There's different ways to do this, but this actually works pretty darn good. So I got some pressure on the roof. I'm just going to find those windows. I'm going to press on them, one on each side. There, you heard it pop up. We're going to do the same on this side. You just want a little bit of pressure on it. Find out which window it is. This one. We'll just pop around this side. There we go. The glue spreaders fall out, and then our roof comes right out. You can see where the pieces are, and this roof goes in either direction. They did a good job designing it that way. So what we need to do is we need to get the truck off first, and that's pretty straightforward. I may have to cut and resolder those wires, maybe make a new wire. Could probably be a little longer anyway. Just a simple screw on here, which is great. You know what? I'm going to be able to work with that. Let's see how this wire is in here. So they ran the wire through the middle and then soldered it. Okay. We're going to carefully unsolder this guy. Turn on my soldering iron here. Okay, we have got 6:30 at night in Wisconsin. Soldering iron does heat up really quick. But here you can see the roller here. So after I get the wire out, I should be able to finagle this roller out and then get that plastic spring piece out, put her back in. Okay, here's my solder. If you guys have seen me solder, you know I use Kester brand, and this is called 60-40. So 60 tin and 40% lead. Just check her for heatness here. Works good. Clean the tip off, put a little bit more on just to help with heat transfer. Try not to melt the plastic of the car. This might be a little tricky to get on. The wires are awful twisted. We'll see. We'll see how it works. Oh, not a problem at all. I think that was actually soldered on top. Yeah, I think it was. Alright. Well, that was easy. Put the soldering iron away before I melt something important. Alright, so here is the piece. So it is, if you really were bugged by the flickering light that these normally have, it is possible to add a second roller on here. There is a spot for it. But I'm not going to bother with that. A couple different ways to take this apart. Like I said, this is my first time. See what we can do. Piece of cake. There we go. Got it out. Yeah. Now you can see that better. That pin might be a little bent too, I don't know, but when I held it with the pliers, I could just barely get it to rotate. So that made for really poor contact with the with this bracket. There was a couple different brackets available, or a couple different rollers, but to get this one to roll so good, I had to bend these arms out just a little bit so the roller had a little bit of side-to-side movement. Now it just spins very freely with no additional lubrication on there. Alright, so I think I want to try to put this in first and then put in the roller. Might be a mistake. I don't know. Let's see if we can set this in here. Maybe. There's not a front and a back that I know of. It's pretty symmetrical. Might need to squeeze that little tab in a little bit. There we go. Alright, that piece is in. I don't think it really matters. I was going to say, which way should I put it in? It's not going to matter. I should just be able to push this in. If not, we'll take it out. And I dropped it. I'll toss a link to the Alton video. I got a couple of videos on the Chicago and Alton train. Oh. It's got a lot of back and forth movement in the darn thing. The same width roller? No! Those sneaky devils. Let's get this out of here and I'll show you what I just found. I got the wrong roller. I purchased the wrong roller. This guy is wider than this thing. This thing's slopping all over the place. I'm gonna have to buy another roller. I cannot use this. Oh well. Back with you when I get the roller. Okay, it's a couple weeks later, just due to the postage system and how long it takes to get stuff and me working on other projects, so that's okay. Wasn't a big rush job, but hauled out the calipers here. This is my original. Actually, this is not the original. That's the wrong one. Alright, this is the original. Yep, this one's got the spinning rivet. So the original is 0.278 wide here. And the replacement one I got, which I agree that it was the wrong one to order, but I got it because it had the right style, right shaped roller on it. This is 2.4, 2.39, so substantially smaller. And this is the replacement, which has a different style roller, but it's a reproduction and a little bit of tweaks, and it looks alright now. So 2.78, perfect. And we're going to put this in. Set the roller in place here. Hopefully it'll snap in position real nice. Hopefully. Maybe I'll need to tweak that a little bit. Don't want to break anything. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yeah, much better. So now we'll just solder the replacement in here. Take out the screw. Move the camera a little closer here. Alrighty, let's take a look at that. And this wire, need to kind of maybe solder something like that. Alright. Let's get something set up on here so the roller is up a little higher. Okay, we got the soldering iron all hot here. Get a little bit of solder on top here. It's a pretty large piece, so excellent, that's looking good. Gotta get the stick though. Okay, that looks good. Let's carefully get the body in place here. That will work. Balance stuff around here. Get my pliers. Okay, hopefully this will work quick and easy. Alright, that's done. Hopefully I soldered that in a good position. Insulation's melted. This wire is not that great. Okay, we got good movement. The wire's not tight. Alright, and we'll put this screw back in, hopefully. Piece of cake. And I also bought some of these rivets off Trainz.com. And my goal is to possibly repair this original one, which would be nice. But I really need to get the right kind of rivet tool to expand the rivet properly. Like I'd like it to look like this when I'm done. But hey, it's all part of learning. Let's do a quick test on this guy. Make sure we got some lights and nothing shorted out. Okay, that looks good. Now, the roof sections are, it doesn't matter which way you put it on, they are the same both sides, which I think is a smart idea. Might not have been that way in real life, but I think it's cool. So, everything looks good here. I'm not going to worry about putting tape back on there, I'm fine with that. Okay. These roofs do need to be kind of set in parallel. And there we are. Sets in like that. We'll set it in with the Lionel Lines cars. Boy, you can really tell these are heavyweights that are the post-war style. These are got the metal trucks that are really kind of tough to turn. The individual wheel sets and stuff. Yeah. I like the look of these and everything, but they're heavier and they're harder to... Definitely much more rolling resistance on this brand of truck. There we go. Yeah, you can just feel it. Where's this one? Woo! Alright, let's see if the old Dreyfus is up to hauling this pack. Turn off our lights here. And we'll see how it looks. Of course, we're back into neutral here. There we go, looks good. The lights are solid again. Oh yeah, much better. Wow, that is like really solid. Look at that. That is amazing. Way better. No more disco. Well, as you can see, everything is working way better. The lights are much steadier. No more disco light flickery. Now granted, this coach only has one roller, and if I was running these a lot and it really bugged me, I could easily add a second roller to that other truck. All you need is a little bushing and of course the correct roller to put in there and hook up the wire and stuff. It'd be a pretty simple modification to make. But yeah, let me know what you think of the video. And yeah, it took me a few weeks, but hey, at least I got her going and I'm really happy. And now it's ready for the fall winter season, because this Chicago and Alton is kind of like my Christmas train sort of deal. So something that's really special, because it's in great condition and I really enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you check out the next one.